I'm Lexi. I'm in the US, and today is a very special day. Today, I have been making videos for 5 years. 5 years is a lot of time, and I hope to keep making them for many years to come. But usually for our birthday video, I have a crown and balloons, and I don't know where my crown is. And usually for our birthday videos, I make some sort of treat. But I make a lot of treats. I thought today, for this birthday, we'd do something a little bit different and make one of the first things I ever started cooking. Now, my mom hates to cook. So I didn't learn to cook much when I was young. We made cookies a few times. I know she taught me how to make her spaghetti sauce because my spaghetti sauce is very similar to her spaghetti sauce. But one of the first things I can remember making on my own, well, I called them tuna puffs. So let's dive in and I'll show you how to make them. For tuna puffs, we have to start with some tuna, right? Helps if I put the can opener on right. Now, I believe it's been years since I've made these. I believe I only need 1 can of these, 1 can of tuna to make 2 tuna puffs. And I am having issues with this can opener. Well, we'll see if I can get... We'll make that work. I need to drain the water though. Okay. 1 can of tuna with the water drained. I need a fork. Someday I will remember everything that I need for a video, and then neither of us will know what to do. Okay, can of tuna. And some peas. Not the whole can of peas. This is what I had. Normally I wouldn't even use a whole small can of peas. I don't actually like peas very much, and that begs the question, why do I put them in this? I don't know. This doesn't seem to open properly. There, I think. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this can opener. Click it down, squeeze, turn. You're supposed to cut. You've cut part of the can open. Why have you not cut the whole can open? Okay, well, there. That works, right? And I'm just going to scoop in what I deem to be a reasonable amount of peas. That looks good. What am I going to do with the extra amount of peas? Probably give them to my dog. But we'll start by mixing that together and see how that, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I need more space. I don't have more space, but I need more space. I'm going to chop up some onion. And I don't think I need this whole onion. Just a bit of onion. and some pepper. And some salt. Now this I didn't add when I was younger. I probably started making this as a teenager, but some balsamic vinegar. And not too much, but balsamic vinegar goes well with tuna. So about like that. That was tablespoon-ish. Give that another stir. And then one more ingredient that's hiding back here out of view. Cheddar cheese, because cheese. And this will help it hold together inside of the dough. That looks pretty good. Now I just said dough, didn't I? But we don't have dough here. But we have crescent roll dough sheets. Now I've been making these long enough that the dough sheets didn't exist when I started making them. It was just the pre-perfed crescent rolls, and I had to pinch together the seams so that they'd stay whole. I left my cookie sheet over there. Okay, cookie sheet. Sort of in shot. But I know that this is not really something that you can get a lot of places. This is not puff pastry. This cooks up soft. If you're like in a country that doesn't sell, wow, that opened nicely, that doesn't sell something like this, maybe try looking for pre-made pizza dough. That's probably going to be similar. Now that I've said that, the pizza dough, it's sort of like what we're essentially making is a stromboli. It's like a pocket with stuff in it, only no tomato sauce. So is it still a stromboli, or is it, you know, it's a tuna puff. It doesn't matter. So we're going to unroll this dough and pinch together the holes that appeared from trying to open it. And don't worry about it being perfect. Knife. I had a knife. Knife. We're going to cut this in half. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe one person in your household wants a little bit more dinner than the other. And we're just going to tuck some filling into the middle. Okay, and you fold the dough. Am I in camera? Yeah, I'm in camera. I'm just going to fold the dough up over itself. Make a little pocket. Fold these corners in too. My dough is splitting over here. So you've got a little pocket. Do the same thing. And then I like to put a little bit more cheese on top. And then you don't do what I did and forget to check the directions on how to make the crescent rolls before you open the package. $3.75 for 10 to 13 minutes or until golden. So that's what we're going to do. These are going to go into the oven at 375 for 13-ish minutes until they are golden brown and delicious, and then I will see you back here to try them. See you in a minute. I decided this angle might be a little bit better for you to watch me try things. But I've got the tuna puff out of the oven, and as you can see, the dough is super soft. Very hot. This brings back some nostalgia. They could probably do with even more cheese inside, but you can always do with more cheese, right? The pepper and the balsamic brings a lovely dimension to it. I don't know why I stopped making these. I know I used to make them with ground beef too, but the bottoms were always soggy from the grease and the ground beef. They were always much better with tuna. I think I need to start making these again. But this was one of the dishes that got me started cooking. And I've come a long way. And the channel's come a long way. And hopefully we'll go even further. And I know the last couple months we've been ironing out some lumps and bumps, but they're getting better. Have you ever been doing something and then one thing changes and it's like you've never done that thing before in your life because you're trying to figure it out? That's kind of how I felt. But I'm getting there. So if you enjoyed the video, if you could give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I look forward to making videos for the next year until my next birthday video. But that's all I've got for today. I'll see you next time. Bye.